Hi everybody, this is my poetry book review for Clap When You Land by Elizabeth Acevedo. It was published in 2020 in New York by Harper Teen. The copy I have is a first edition. It's 417 pages. It's a hardcover copy that is $18.99 and the ISBN is listed on the slide. Clap When You Land by Elizabeth Acevedo is a novel in verse about grief, loss, love, and forgiveness that utilizes its format to allow the feelings of the two main characters to come across to the readers. Readers are first introduced to Camino Rios, a teenage girl from the Dominican Republic who loves her country, but dreams of leaving one day to become a doctor in the States with the help of her father, who only visits her during the summer. It is as she arrives at the airport to pick him up for his annual visit that she discovers the terrifying truth of what happened to her father's plane on its way to her. From here, the story briefly switches over to our second main character, Yahaira Rios, a teenage girl from New York City who is a chess genius and likes to spend most of her time with her girlfriend Dre. When suddenly her life comes crashing down after receiving the horrible news about her father's plane crash at school. The rest of the story follows Camino and Yahaira as they each work through the death of their father, along with his secrets, after his plane crashed horrifically in the Atlantic. Along the way, they discover each other and explore what it means to have a new sister. Both main characters would fall under the orphan archetype, although I would say it fits Camino the most, given her actions and attitudes that speak to her inner thoughts that she is all alone now, after her father's death. On the other hand, Yahaira is not given an opportunity to truly feel alone due to the support of her girlfriend and her family. However, this leads to her feeling overwhelmed at times and seeking alone time. This point highlights a feature that I appreciated: the different circumstances and perspectives on the same situation, and how they enable young adults to relate to either one of the main characters or possibly both at various points throughout the story. I am sure that teens have felt alone at one point, even if they are surrounded by people. And I'm just as sure that there has been a time when a teen just wanted to be left alone with their own thoughts instead of being in the company of others. As someone who has experienced a loss similar to these characters, I would say that the author does a wonderful job of capturing the shock, denial, and eventual acceptance that one would feel after the loss of a loved one, especially a parent. This would be a good recommendation for a young adult who has had a similar experience. It would allow them to feel a kinship of sorts and validate some of their feelings. Overall, this book was a quick read, but it was still interesting and evoked my emotions. I would recommend it to all public libraries with room in their budget. It's not a must-read, but it's still a good read.